Well, there's always so much to learn from history, and this week a collection of history will be on display at the Urbana Free Library. In today's page turners, we have all the details on the upcoming Archives Bazaar. Sarah Bennett joins me. Sarah, glad to have you here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, so this is a really neat thing that's going on. It's a collection from across the county, it sounds like. Tell me about this upcoming Archives Bazaar.
Yeah, so it's museum and archives from all over the county, some local history organizations, some archives from the university, and everyone will be bringing items out from their collections to show up close and personal to whoever want to come.
Do you have an idea of what kind of items may be on display?
A little bit. I know there will probably be a lot of photographs, maps, old documents, but I think there's going to be some surprises.
Okay, that's always exciting and an incentive to come in itself. What's the value of hosting something like this, especially right here in our community? It really is pieces of history on display. What's the value of having something like this?
It is. Well, for people who grew up here or live here now, it's a chance to get up close and personal with our community's past and see kind of the pieces of evidence and historical record of how we got to today.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like you have a good collaboration of different institutions across kind of central Illinois that have worked together to put this on. What has gone into this to be able to do this?
It's definitely a lot of collaboration. It's with so many different organizations working together. It's been great. Everyone's been really excited for it. This is our first time since the pandemic doing this event again, so everyone's really excited to bring it back.
Awesome. Well, if people like history, I know it's different reading about history versus seeing it. There is like a tangible effect to actually learning it to a deeper level. But it is important to know some context or a little bit more about what you're looking at. And some of these books might be a good place to start, especially if you go to the bazaar and you get inspired and you're like, okay, how can I do this in my own life? Tell me about some of the books that you brought here today.
Right. So after the bazaar, which is on the first floor of the library, you can come upstairs to the archives. And some of the material we have in the archives are books to help you do research. So I've brought a few of them today that'll help you get started. We've got a couple books for kids interested in genealogy that are really interactive, have a lot of fun activities, a book about evaluating evidence and when to know if you've got the right piece of information.
Interesting.
How to do oral histories. DNA testing is always really popular. We've got a book about interpreting your results, and then getting started archiving your own family history. How do you arrange it? What do you need to record? That kind of thing.
That'd probably be pretty intimidating to start that process.
It's a lot.
Yeah, if it hasn't already been started, I'm sure it's not necessarily an easy task. But how cool would it be to learn more about your family's history? Who wouldn't want to learn more about that?
Yeah.
So this may be a good place to start, and maybe the bazaar might be that little spark of inspiration that people need in order to check one of these books out. It sounds like there's also some more stuff going on, a festival that's happening that same day.
Yeah, so Saturday at the library is one of the locations for the Folk and Roots Festival. So there will be storytellers and musical performances all day long on Saturday, so it's going to be a really busy, fun day.
Yeah, it sure sounds like it. You guys put it all in one day, but it makes it easy because people make one trip and they have all they need to know and all they need to see all happening there in that one day. Do people need to reserve spots or do anything ahead of time in order to attend?
You don't. You can just show up the day.
Okay, and whole family's welcome?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And then, of course, if they love what they see this week, there's a time that they can also mark on their calendar for a little bit later in November that they can come to. Tell me about that event.
We're having a speaker on November 10th at 6 p.m., and it'll be both live in the archives and on Zoom. Maureen Holtz, who is an author who writes about Robert Allerton from Allerton Park.
Cool.
She'll be talking about his really extensive art collection.
Oh, that'll be neat. Do people need to reserve a spot for that, or are they all good to just come?
They can register, but they also can just show up the day of.
Okay, gosh, all sorts of good stuff going on there at the Urbana Free Library. Thank you so much for coming in today, Sarah, and filling us in a little bit. And of course, if you're interested in attending any of the fun that's happening there, there's a look at their website. I'm sure you can get the full calendar there. And of course, we'll also connect you on CI Living's Facebook page with everything you need to know. All right, thanks so much.